Hey guys, I'm Ash from inspectortraining.com. We provide e-learning courses on 9 methods for API individual certification program. Today we are going to look at a few free questions, sample questions that you can find in our website about API 577, welding inspection and metallurgy. Now, before we go to the question, I would like to briefly explain what our course involves. It's 43 lectures and it starts with basic facts, body of knowledge, exam tips, vocabulary, inspection before, during and after welding, 8 popular welding processes, welding procedure and qualification, welding consumable, welder qualification, and a detailed NDE explanation of all the methods and with flashcards and practice questions, metallurgy, welding issues, and we have 6 sets of PowerPoint presentation on pipe plate inspection, visual inspection, defects, repairs, consumables, WPS and WPQ. And then we have 6 sets of flashcards and 4 sets of mock exam question. So what you get is 4 hours of video, 12 sets of flashcards and PowerPoint presentation, 21 lessons, and 600 questions in total. And that includes mock exam questions, practice questions, and quizzes. And it would be 4 months, 24/7 course access and online support via WhatsApp and email. Study our first module and try our quiz for free. Pass first time or take the course again for free, and 100% pass rate guarantee or full refund if you fail. So far we didn't have any claim. Okay, let's go to our sample question. We have designed our question as API environment, so you can see that question 1 of 2. And our mock exam are timed. Here we show the percentage and previous and next and see answer, and you can save it, and there is a flag off here. So if you flag off, you can go back to it, same as API. So start with question 1. Welding inspection is a critical part of the overall weld quality assurance program. So when you have a program that describes the overall of what you are doing and each situation, how you handle it, and then weld inspection is actually part of it. Welding inspection includes much more than just non-destructive examination. Many other issues are important and include all of the following: review of specs, welding procedure, review of joint design, review of cleaning procedure, because if it's not clean then you would have a faulty welding, and review of material verification program. So this is not required because you're not in charge of material verification program. You should check the traceability but not the program. So it was sort of a trick question. 3. Welding inspection activities can be separated in 3 stages: prior to welding, during welding, and after welding. So there is no audit after welding inspection. What is the most important stage of welding to assure that welding problems are avoided and changes and corrections necessary are made? In the planning and preparation stage before any welding. So this is the most important thing, that you know that you plan and make sure that everything in order before you start, so you don't have surprises. Prior to welding, a review of drawings, standards, code, and specification is done to understand the requirement of the welding and identify any inconsistencies. All of the following are quality control plan items to assess prior to welding, except dimension should be detailed and potential for distortion address. Perform visual welding to ensure no rejectable defects are present. Weld maps identify. Welding procedure specification, welding symbols, weld size, weld joints, and weld dimensions are clearly specified. So because it says prior to welding, and here it says perform visual welding, that is after or during the welding inspection, not prior to welding. So please read the question clearly, completely, and make sure you understood what the question is about. Inspectors shall review welding procedure and qualification record prior to work to ensure that all procedure and qualification records are completed. All procedure and qualification records are completed and acceptable for work. So it should be acceptable. It should be signed off, approved by the welding organization or the client. All below statements are correct except welding performance qualification support the PQR. Actually, it's the other way around. So this is not correct. The PQR support the WPS. Here, so that's the wrong one. Inspectors reviewing welding procedures and qualification records prior to work should address all of the following actions except obtain acceptable WPS PQR, qualify WPS, and witness qualification effort, qualify, requalify welders, and yeah, that's correct, and witness a percentage of welder qualification, qualify WPQ where required, and any PQRs needed, and witness a person. So we don't, as a welding inspection part, you don't need to qualify a PQR. That's not your job. Inspector shall review NDE information prior to inspection to confirm NDE procedure from inspection are acceptable, examiners capable for the work, and equipment from inspection organization is acceptable for work. Or, so the right answer would be confirm the NDE examiners are certified to ASNT or SNTTC 1A or CP 189 or ISO 9712. So this is all you need to know. You don't need to check the rest of it. Inspectors reviewing NDE information prior to work should assess all of the following quality control items except NDE examiners are properly certified for NDE techniques. Yeah, you should make sure condition of the equipment is new. I mean, you don't need to know if the equipment is new or that's nothing to do. So it's clear wrong answer. 12. Inspectors shall check welding equipment and instruments prior to work to confirm welding equipment and instruments operate properly and are in good condition. Actually, they should operate and are calibrated. The welding instruments, you should make sure. Inspector checking welding equipment and instruments prior to work should assess all of the following quality control items except welding machine calibration is current. Yeah, you should check it. Instruments, ammeter, voltmeter, yes, calibration cert, you should check. Welding cabinets for large quantity storage of hermetically sealed container existed on the job. This is the wrong answer. And welding consumable oven storage is there. That's correct. 14. Inspector shall check heat treatment and pressure testing procedures and associated equipment prior to work in order to make sure that or confirm that pressure testing and heat treatment procedure equipment are acceptable. So this is partly true, so this is more correct answer, the first one, and also the third one also is partly true. So it's all, and confirm heating is adequate for welding. So the best answer would be the first one. Inspector checking heat treatment procedure, again prior to welding, should assess all of the following quality control except heat treatment procedures available, appropriate, equipment calibrations are current, pressure testing gauges calibrated meet appropriate test requirements, pressure testing procedure are available and detail the testing requirements, So these are all that what you should need to check. But trained personnel to perform activities have been approved for the work. This is firstly, we don't have any positive material identification or heat treatment technician or pressure testing technician international recognized approval. It's normally done in-house and approved by the manufacturer, and that's not your job anyway, as a welding inspection activities. 16. Inspectors shall check all materials for welding prior to work in order to ensure all of the following except um, so all filler metal, base metal, backing rings are properly identified, and they are marked, and ensure material traceability is maintained as per mandatory. So here the trick question was mandatory. It's API 578 is positive material identification, but it's not mandatory unless specified in the contract. So it's a recommended practice. So this is the wrong answer. And the last one is ensure PMI is performed if required. So then it becomes mandatory in the project to verify material composition. Next. Uh, Inspector checking materials prior to work should assess all of the following quality control items except material test certificates are available, items properly marked, electrode marking and wire spool are specified, filler metal marking are visible and known to welding organization. Not all filler metals are marked and consumables because of impracticality. Base metal marking are traceable to material certification. Yes, you need to check that. Inspector checking materials prior to work should assess all of the following quality control items except, so this is straight away paint strip color coding. It's got nothing to do with welding. Recording of filler and base metal traceability, yes. Base metal stamping or low stress, yes. PMI records supplement material traceability, yes. Final task upon completion of the weldment and work should include those that assure final weld quality before placing the welding service and include all of these except document audit. Yes, you should check that everything in order. Appearance and finish is not a cause for rejection of the weld. ND review, you should make sure that all the records and reports are available and identify any non-conformance and take action. Yes. So appearance and finish is not part of your final task of welding inspection. And the last question is, if defects are or non-conformances to a specification are found by the inspector, this should be handled when and in what manner. So the false statement you need to find here. So inspection takes action on these issues at any time. So whenever you find it, you take action. That's correct. Inspection takes these issues after his welding inspection. You don't want to go. So this is the wrong one because you don't want to wait till the end because the amount of work and rework is much more than you stop the job, correct it, and then move on. So um, here we want to review result because we flagged up the first question is asking us if you want to go to flagged up question or see the result. We say okay, we want to see the result, and it shows you all the results. It shows you a score out of the total score, and also there are explanation. And if you want further information, we also refer to the section in API 577 that you should refer to, that this question is based on. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and please look at our website inspectortraining.com or follow us on social media including LinkedIn. Thank you guys. Bye.